One of the most common questions I get asked on this channel is how in the world do I get my stock trains to work so well? So in this video, I'm going to break that down. I found that these trains can work nearly as well as a 3D printed car with bearings. Let's see how I do it. I'm here with my upcoming model of Falcons Flight, and this is the train I just pulled out of a used Screamin' Serpent set, and it doesn't work great. Yeah, let's take a look at what my restored train looks like. This is a train I pulled out of a similar situation. It was used, old, and now it actually works. And really well. So how did I get from here to here? Well, I'm going to try and restore this train to its full potential, and step 1 is grease. This is what I've used for the past 1.5 years. It's worked out great, my trains are all still in great condition. WD-40 silicone. As far as I can tell, it's safe on plastic and it works great. And just like that, we're ready. The first thing I'll do is I'll separate these into parts. This makes them easier to handle and grease. I'll flip out this end and grease each wheel individually. I put a little bit too much on sometimes, but it hasn't hurt me yet. You really want to aim for the point in the middle where the wheel and the axle meet. That's where all the friction is happening, so that's where you need to target with the grease. Car 1 complete. Car 2 complete. Just like that, we finished. Now we're gonna let it dry for a little bit and do some test runs. Alright, so it's been around 15 minutes, and I did run it back and forth a couple times. You do have to do that for it to really warm up into itself, but here's a test run. Within a couple runs, it works now. The train hit the camera. One of the things I've always done after applying grease is getting it constantly moving. If you keep it moving, you're getting all wheels going. So push it side to side. I have a turn over here I'm pushing it on. All of that is going to get these wheels really moving and get the grease to set in. As the grease layer gets thinner and thinner, it'll get faster and faster. Something you'll see in my Falcons Flight video is how I grease my trains. And in that video, you can see a time lapse right here of me testing it back and forth, back and forth. That took me about 30 minutes of sending it back and forth before it finally started working. That's how long the grease might take to set in. Another important factor in keeping momentum is adding more weight. One way I do this is by building these little pieces right here. They can plug into each row, and that will significantly increase your weight. Another thing I need to point out is the structure. If the structure doesn't move, that means that more energy is in the car instead of being transferred into the shaking of the track. Alright, I'm slowly plugging these in one by one. Here we go. Something interesting I just encountered is that this train is so old, when I tried pushing this one in, the plastic fractured. That's not great, but I'm going to continue plugging it into the other rows. Yeah, look at what the piece did to this row. I've never seen that before, so it probably won't happen to your car. Hopefully. One more thing I should touch on is that after you cycle it back and forth a bunch of times, you need to let it sit for about an hour, let the grease dry. If the track looks shiny and the wheels look shiny, it probably means it's not dry yet. But once that happens, everything really sets in and you can really start seeing some significant effects. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this helpful, leave a comment. If you have any more questions, leave a comment, like the video, and all the stuff. If you want to see this coaster when I finish, subscribe. Anyway, that's it. Bye.